As I said on previous videos, my goal is to expose Lucifer, aka Jesus, as a liar and a deceiver, and the Christians have no hope, the ones that are trusting in him. But we, as Hebrew Israelites, we know better. We trust in the true and living God, the only God. All right? That is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, that being said, let's go to their book, the New Testament, the Christian's book, St. John, the 9th chapter. And let us begin and read it here. All right? It says, "And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, Neither had this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the work of God should be made manifest in him. I must work the work of him that sent me." All right, we're going to stop right there. Now, he says that he is going to work the work of the one that sent him, and that can be further from the truth. Now, here we see that this man is blind. He was blind from birth. All right, let us go forward here. Let us go back to the book of Exodus. Exodus, the 2nd chapter. Let us go to my sisters and brothers. Exodus 2. All right, Exodus 2. No, Exodus 4. Exodus 4. That's the book I'm on. Exodus 4. Let us look at verses 11 and 12. All right. Look what it says. It says, "And the Lord said unto him, Who has made man mouth, or who maketh the dumb, or the deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord?" So now here we see God is the one that made this man blind. If this really happened. All right. So my question is this right here: why would God make him blind and then turn around and use Jesus in order to reverse what he had done? God says he does all this. He doesn't need anybody else to reverse it for him. And Jesus said that I might work the work of him that sent me. God here saying that he's the one that does this. Now let's look at verse 12. He say, "Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say." Now God is the one that is orchestrating everything, not Jesus. God does not need Jesus to correct anything that he has done. All right. Now, if that being the case, God will correct anything that he does. He doesn't need Jesus to help him. All right. Now, that being said, let us go a little further. Let us bounce back here to their book, St. John, the 9th chapter. Let us look here at verses, the latter part of verses 4. And look what he says. He says, "While it is day, the night cometh when no man can work." Now, in other words, he says that he's a man. And that's what he's saying. He said when no man can work. He said, let him work while it is day. That night cometh when no man can work. And see, the thing about that is this right here. What I understand about this is he calling himself a man. But let's go to Job. See, because if I show you here and you see with your own eyes, let's go to Job, the 4th chapter. Watch this right here, what God says about a man. Job, the 4th chapter. Let's look at verses 17, 18, 19, and on down to verse 21, all right? Okay, let's begin with verse 17. It says, "And shall mortal man be more just than God?" You know, here he is. God made the man blind, but he going to come back and make him where he can see. All right? Look what he says here. "Shall a man be more pure than his maker?" Now, he said he came from God, and God sent him there. But yet and still, he's doing more than God. God do one thing, and he turn around and he undo it. My sisters and brothers, can you guys see what I'm saying here? It's right here in the pages. He say, "Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly. How much less?" Now look at it now. "How much less in them that dwells in houses of clay." Didn't Jesus have a body that was flesh and bones? Didn't he come through a woman's vagina? Am I right or wrong? Didn't he not die? Now, they say that he died and he rose on the third day, but knowing him, he faked it. Because he was from another world. He said it on several occasions. He said, I am not of this world. I am from above and ye are from beneath. He let all of them know then that I'm not from this planet. He's Lucifer. And he's correct. He is not of this world. But God kicked his behind out of heaven. Put him out. And when he kicked his ass out, he put his lights out. Because he was the morning star. And when he came here, God cut his light off, buddy. Now, let us finish reading here. He says, houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust, which are crushed before the mote. He said, they are destroyed from morning to evening. They perish from forever without any regard of it. Doeth not their ecstasy which is in them go away? They die even without wisdom. See that? This is what happened to mortal man. Now we all know that Jesus claimed to be the Son of God, and he had those that say that he was the Son of God. But God never called him a God at any time. Did you hear what I say, Israel? God never called Jesus his son, neither called him a God at any time in the New Testament, nor the Old. You know what? I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it. I always prove everything I say, Israel. Now watch this right here. Let us go here, but back to the book of John.
Who made the blind man blind? What's the 411? The Most High declares in Exodus 4:11 that he alone creates blindness and sight. Why then would he need Jesus to undo what he did? The Most High works alone. He doesn't need help. Y'all see it right there in the book of Exodus 4:11. God said, I do this. Ain't no Jesus involved. Don't let these lies blind you to the truth. The Old Testament is the Most High's book with his commandments, and the so-called New Testament is Jesus, aka Lucifer's book with his commandments. We are in the 11th hour family. Playtime is over. Subscribe if you believe we should obey the voice of the Most High as commanded and no one else.